Fur up there behind one of those numbers. The trip to Peru is already yours if you don't go over 21. And also those stop-or-go cards are up there. That could mean a lot of cash to you. And our any 21 jackpot is worth $1,000 if you can hit a 21. By the way, you know, when we're playing the Gambit board game, in addition to the regular Gambit jackpot for 21, $1,000, we have a $5,000 bonus. So if you hit 21 now, it's worth $6,000 in cash. Pick another number and let's get started.
16.
Number 16, right next to that trip to Peru, and you got a trip to...
That's right. We'll fly the two of you from Los Angeles for a week's stay at the Amsterdam Marriott Hotel in the heart of Old Amsterdam. All the convenience of a modern hotel with Old Amsterdam charm, beautiful rooms, exciting restaurants and lounges, furnished by Marriott Hotel.
You better put those trucks away in that trucking company because you're going to be taking some trips, my man. Let's take a look at the next card. All right, back to the board. Let's add to those.
18.
What do you like? Number 18. Line them up over here. And you want to get the trade, Mr. Trucker.
Valued close to $2,800. Coachman Sunlight Tent Camper with complete kitchen, designed for quick and easy setup. The light, low silhouette is designed for easy towing. And all-around RV furnished by Coachman.
You have an 8. Let's look at the next card. 8 and 5. Now you have to decide, do you freeze and take those 3 prizes, or do you keep going?
We're going to freeze.
You're going to stop at 13.
Yeah.
All right. So the trip to Amsterdam, the trip to Peru, the camper trailer are all yours. And combined with the money that you had won previously, your grand total now as our champions with the right to continue against a new match, $13,638 in cash and prizes. Congratulations and Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Who are our next players to take them on, Beverly?
For Wink, we have Frank and Pam Privet from Houston, Texas. And we'll be right back after this message.
Back to Las Vegas Gambit and Wink Martindale.
Thank you, Kenny, and let's meet a couple of fine players to take on the Rodemayers, the Previtts. Frank is a real estate investor, and Pam, his wife, is a real estate investor as well. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct.
You just let the work, leave the work up to him. See, I'm always right. Never, seldom am I wrong. Today's one of those days. Between them, they have 6 kids, but get this, folks. They are out here on their honeymoon from Houston, Texas. They've been married 4 days, and they look like a happily married couple. Yeah, look at that smile. Previtts, good luck as we get a new match underway. Break the seal, Beverly. Mr. Previtt, give the cards a cut, and we're off and running. All right. By the way, at the start of every match, our jackpot goes up an additional $500. So that means any 21 in this match is worth $1,500. Let's see the first card, Beverly. Playing for a king of clubs, and here's your question. For a king, this actress was once dismissed from drama school for being too shy and reticent. That's not how we know her. We know her as the red-headed comedian who co-starred with Vivian Vance for many years on TV. Previtts?
Lucille Ball.
That's right. You got in just in time. Lucille Ball. You control the king. You got it. Susie Coelho says, I just couldn't sue under any circumstances. I know he wouldn't gyp me. Of course, that's only if there was ever a split between her and her current boyfriend. Is he Mick Jagger, Sonny Bono, or Rodemeyer?
Sonny Bono.
That's right. Susie Coelho and Sonny Bono. Been going together a long time. You want it?
Give it us.
What do you want to do? Okay. They've taken a 6 versus a king. Barbara Streisand's man, John Peters, is a film producer these days. But before he met Barbara, had he made a name for himself as a ballet dancer, a tennis pro, or a hairdresser? Rodemeyer?
Tennis pro.
No hairdresser. John Peters in Beverly Hills. Hairdresser. Previtts, you want the card?
Yes,
Here it
yes,
comes.
yes.
20. Freeze the play. All right, newlyweds say they will stop at 20 and be perfectly as content with that 20 as they are with themselves. Rodemeyer, you got to have 21 to win the game. You have a 6. Was Burt Reynolds ever married to Dinah Shore? Yes or no?
No.
No, he was not. That is the correct answer, and you have this card to combine with a 6. 8. His money or his health? What does a hypochondriac worry about?
His health.
That's right, the health. Always needing to see a doctor. Here's your next card. 8 and 5. Still looking to come up with a 21. You need an 8. She won an Oscar for her role as a hooker in the film Elmer Gantry and went on to be TV's Mrs. Partridge on The Partridge Family. Is she Shirley Booth, Shirley MacLaine, or Shirley Jones?
Shirley Jones.
That's right.
Good, good. 8, come on.
You need an 8 to 21. Here's the next card. 16. What would you like with the next card?
No, we want the magic 5.
All right, let's see if you can come up with this answer first. Peter Marshall, Richard Dawson, or Alan Ludden? Which one is married to Betty White? Peter Marshall, Richard Dawson, or Alan Ludden?
Alan Ludden.
That's correct. The host of Password Plus. You need a 5. Here's your next card. 17, still trying to beat a 20. Need a 4. Studies have been conducted to discover whether being married or unmarried is better for good health and a long life. Which turned out to be better, married or unmarried?
Married.
Oh, yes, that's correct. Look at the credit, if you don't believe it. You need a 4. Well, it took a while, but you got that. Well, the cards in that game, that's worth $100 to the Prevets. We'll be back with game 2 between these 4 players right after we take the commercial timeout.
Back to Wink Martindale and Las Vegas Gambit.
Thank you, Kenny. Back to the second game of the match in just a moment. By the way, the Rotemeyers were very nice, I thought, in that last game. Actually, as it turned out, that was the wedding present to the Prevets from the Rotemeyers. Don't you think that was indeed nice? What a nice, nice gesture on their part. This is also Mrs. Previtt's birthday today. Happy birthday to you, darling. 18 years young and counting. No doubt. Let's take a look at the first card. Game 2, going for a 7. Listen carefully. In her book, this actress tells of her loves Frank Sinatra, Humphrey Bogart, and Jason Robards. Kravitz?
Lauren Bacall.
You got it, and a good book, I might add. How about the 7? What happens to the 7?
Take it.
Okay, they'll take it. Are you involved in the study of sexual behavior, history, or acting if you're studying histrionics? Answer is acting, histrionics, acting. If you're interested in entering a drag race, is it necessary to wear women's clothes, yes or no? Brevitz?
No.
Of course not. It's an automobile race. Take it or pass it.
Take it.
Take it. To go with a 7, 5. Freeze or play. What do you want to do? You got to
We'll play. We'll
play on, all righty. The English call it your bum, B-U-M. Do we call it your nose, chin, or backside? Rodemeyer.
Your backside.
You got it. B-U-M in England. Backside, our side. How about it, Rodemeyers? You want to try to put them over with a 10?
We're going to give it to them.
All right, here's what they're thinking. They think it's going to be a 10. They're going to give it away and win the game that way. Here's the card. 7, 19. Kravitz, you want to freeze or play with a 19? Rodemeyers, they've frozen at 19. To even up the match at a game apiece, you need this one in the worst kind of way. Otherwise, the match goes to our newlyweds, the Previts. Rodemeyers trying to beat 19. Miss a question, they automatically win. This young actor recently directed Betty Davis in the NBC movie Skyward. In the TV series Happy Days, he was one of the Cunninghams. Is he Henry Winkler, Ron Howard, or Howard Hessman?
Ron Howard.
That's correct. Here's your first card. 7. Looking for 20 or 21. Nevada, Hawaii, or the moon. Where would you find the Sea of Tranquility?
That's the moon.
Yeah, you wouldn't find it in Nevada or Hawaii, that's for sure. Next card. 7 and 4. 11. Remember on the last show what they did to that other couple? They came up with a similar situation and hit a 21. Of course, if the next card, if you answer the question correctly, happens to be a 10, you will have 21. You'll pick up $1,500 for that, but mainly, most important, the match would be even at a game apiece. Here's your question. This is first. Dawn, the Harlots, or the Dingaling Sisters? What's the name of the 2 girls who sing with entertainer Tony Orlando?
Dawn.
Right, Dawn. I think it's past tense. They used to sing. You need a 10, trying to beat a 19. Here's the card. All right, you have 14, still trying to beat a 19. Gerald Ford or Harry Truman or Dwight Eisenhower? Which of these men served in the House of Representatives before becoming president? Ford, Truman, or Eisenhower?
Eisenhower.
No, Ford, and the match goes to the President. And they become our new champions. Yeah, Gerald Ford served in the House before becoming vice president. Previtz, how you feeling? You look so happy. Yeah. What a nice way to spend a week before Christmas.
Well, it's worth getting out of the jacuzzi for this.
He said it, I didn't. Before we get any more personal than that, I want to congratulate you for winning $200 for the match. You get to go back to the Gambit board for the first time, actually, for you, and to the Rotemeyers. You got to have a smile on your face, and I'll tell you why. You won some money, cash money, about $1,400. Want a pool table, a home computer, a camper trailer. You want a trip to Peru and a trip to Amsterdam for a grand total of $13,638 in cash and prizes. Congratulations and Merry Christmas to you. I feel like Santa Claus here. Okay, we're all set now to go where the big prizes are. We have some biggies up there, too. Kenny, if you will, please.
On the Gambit board, 21 in any combination wins our jackpot, now at $1,500, plus a special bonus of $5,000.
Beverly, break the seal on that deck of cards. Mr. Prevett, got the cards. So the Gambit board this time, if you hit a 21, it will be worth $6,500 in cash. And behind the 18 numbers up here are things like a brass bed. We have a trip to Tahiti up here. Also, you want to go there?
Yeah.
Well, find it and don't go over 21 and you got it. We also have a lot of stop or go cards up here, which means cash. So let's get to the business at hand. Pick a number.
3.
Number 3. Lucky 3, I hope so. It's a stop or go card. That means that if you don't go over 21, we'll be playing stop or go for cash and a lot of it, hopefully. Let's look at your first card. Got a 6. Previtz, back to the numbers. I hear a 13. I hear a 15. I hear a 5.
6.
Number 6 is their choice, and they want a food processor. I hope these newlyweds can use it.
That's right, it's this KitchenAid mixer. Can handle most every mixing task with a single egg white to kneading yeast doughs. That's it.
All right, let's look at the next card. 6 and 4. 10. Ace would give you 21 and $1,500. Back to the board. What number would you like?
18.
Number 18, last number right here. And it's a tip.
You've got it. We'll fly the two of you to Tahiti. Experience the lure of the South Pacific with the crystal clear waters and sun-drenched beaches of Tahiti and the island of Maria. All compliments of Las Vegas Gambit.
Now let me show you what you got here. The food processor and the trip to Tahiti. You have a 10. If it's an ace as the next card, you'll win all of that on the board, plus $6,500 in cash to buy anything you want in Tahiti. What's the next card? 8.
That's okay.
18. Freeze or play? All right, they have frozen at 18, so they've won the food processor and the trip to Tahiti. And we still have some unfinished business to take care of. We're going to play stop or go, and the way this works, we're going to give you a card and pay you $100 a point for the value of that card. There's no risk on the first one, obviously, so let's take a look at the first card. And it is the 4 of hearts. That means that you have $400 as it now sits, and you may keep on taking cards until another heart in that suit comes up. If another heart comes up, then you lose the money you've won in stop or go. You have $400 so far. You can take that and stop, or you can go for another card, hoping that it's
We'll go.
They'll go. And they've taken an 8 for $1,100. All right, that's worth $1,100. You now have $1,500. You can keep on going. You're in good shape as long as you don't get a heart. Let's take it.
Okay,
What do you want to do?
We'll take it.
They'll take another. Let's hope it's not a heart. The next card is good for $200. So you now have a total of $1,700. You're good as long as you don't get another heart. You're going to stop.
Yeah.
They're going to stop and take the $1,700. I don't know about you. How would you like to see how far they could have gone? Let's take a look at the next card. The next card would have been worth another $800. Let's look at the next card. The next card would have busted you. You'd have lost some money. So you'd have picked up another $800 to add to that 17. But let's talk about what you have won. Mainly the trip to Tahiti. The food processor is yours with the cash and the prizes. As our champions, your grand total has risen quickly to $5,440. That's in cash and prizes. Congratulations to you. Hello, Tahiti, and hello to 2 new players. And who are they, Beverly?
For Wink, we have Gary and Karen Bernstein from Woodland Hills, California. And we'll be right back after this message.
If you plan to be in the Las Vegas area and would like to see our show in person, write for information about tickets to Las Vegas Gambit, Tropicana Hotel, Post Office Box 18248, Las Vegas, Nevada 89114. Now back to the game in Wink Martindale.
Okay, let's get back to a brand new match in just a moment with the Bernsteins. Gary and Karen are from Woodland Hills, California.
That's right.
Bernsteins, welcome. You're an insurance salesman, all right, Gary?
Right.
You should see Gary out here on the strip in Las Vegas trying to sell some insurance. It's really, no, he hasn't done it. You're here on pleasure, aren't you?
Just on pleasure.
And you're a school teacher, are you?
Right, temporarily.
What grade do you teach?
Second.
You have children of your own?
Yes, we have two. We have a 6-month-old son and a 4.5, almost 5-year-old daughter.
Really run the gamut, right?
They sure.
Never a dull moment at the Bernsteins
Never
home.
a dull moment.
Let's break the seal on a brand new deck of cards. And Mr. Bernstein, will you cut them for us, please? You've seen how the Previtts play this game. They play it very well. Good luck to both of you as you join us for the first time. At the start of every match, our jackpot goes up an additional $500. That means it is now worth $2 grand, $2,000. 21, and here we go. Let's look at the cards. Going for a 5 on this question. This December 1st was Woody Allen's birthday. Will he be turning 40, 45, or 50? Previtts.
I guess I'll say 50.
No, he turned 45. 45. How about that 5, Bernstein?
No, I don't want it.
You don't want it.
Pass it.
She couldn't wait to tell me I don't want that card. Couldn't wait to get rid of it. Murray, Manny, or Morris? What's the name of the character Marty Balsam plays on Archie Bunker's Place? Plays Murray. Murray. It's called a whippet, and it moves very fast. Previtts?
Dog.
Yeah, dog is right. Yeah, is it a bird, a dog, or an antelope? A whippet is a dog. How about the next card?
We'll take it.
Here it comes. 8, freeze or play.
We'll play.
Got it? You want to play on?
Yes.
Okay, with a 13. In the cartoons, is it Bugs Bunny, Fred Flintstone, or Yogi Bear who hangs out with a little guy named Boo Boo? Bernstein.
Yogi Bear.
You got it. Yogi Bear is the correct answer.
We'll take it.
They want to take it. They're not going to take a chance of putting them over at this point. 4. That big S on Superman's chest, what color is it? Previtts?
It's red.
Yes, it is. Red. You answered that with a question. Red? Yeah.
My card.
Okay, you take a chance of going over with the next card. An 8 will give you 21. You do not want more than an 8. They'll take it, though. They think it's going to be an 8 or less, obviously. What is it? Too much. The game goes to the Bernsteins. You took a big chance with that one. So Bernstein, you won that game, picked up $100 for that. Previtts, what was you thinking on that? You had a feeling that was
I
going
thought
to
it was going to be an 8.
Yeah, well, a little bit wrong on that one, but that's the way we play the game. Let's take a look at the first card in game number 2. Previtts need this one for a 7. Of 40s film stars, Jane Russell or Rosalind Russell, which one was built along the lines of Dolly Parton, if you know what I... Bernstein.
Jane Russell.
Yeah, Jane Russell. Originally starred in the picture Outlaw for Howard Hughes. They'll take the 7.
We'll take it.
Was it General Douglas MacArthur, George Patton, or George Marshall who had that famous run-in with President Truman? Bernstein. No, Douglas MacArthur.
Right.
Remember, he brought him home from the Philippines. Previtts?
We'll take it.
You got it. Previtts have taken a 9. 9 versus a 7. True or false? Just answer true or false. A quarter horse is 3/4 donkey. Bernstein, isn't that ridiculous?
That's
of course
ridiculous.
it's false. It's a horse trained to run the quarter mile.
We'll
take it or give it
Take
away.
it.
They got it. 7 and queen, 17.
Freeze!
Bernstein's
Freeze!
are frozen with a 17. Previtts, you got to have 18 or better to win, and you got a 9 showing, and we got to stop. Be right back. We'll get things underway on the next show. Bernstein's frozen at a 17, and they have the first game of the match. Previtts sitting there with a 9, in pretty good shape at this point. Think about that now. Get all set in what you want to do in the next show. Beverly, we'll see you tomorrow as well.
Thank you, Wink. Bye-bye.
I'm Wink Martindale. For everybody on Las Vegas Gambit, thank you for being with us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Some members of our audience will receive dinner for 2 here at the Follies Bergère and an assortment of Van Lawn clothing featuring good-looking, colorful selection of shirts, sweaters, and hosiery. Quality and value for the entire family, furnished by Van Lawn. And some of our contestants today receive Olin Mills beautiful beautifully framed custom portrait on canvas. Quality you'll treasure. 600 portrait studios nationwide. Furnished by Olin Mills. And Serta's Perfect Sleeper Signature 1 mattress. Exclusive Serta Lock Foundation. Comfort with firm, deep support. Perfect Sleeper Signature 1 by Serta. And new Polynex Body Pleaser. Cordless massager with 4 attachments. Battery operated. Easy to use. Just what the body's aching for. From Polynex. And Ola Cassini's World. A world of uncompromising elegance and style. Expressed in these. A signature fragrance by Ola Cassini. Brought to you by Jovan. And now you can bake ground meat and poultry in your microwave oven with new Holland House microwave browning sauce. A microwave breakthrough now at your supermarket. Plus, bake someone happy with Creamy Deluxe frosting. It tastes buttercream creamy, spreads buttercream creamy, dry Creamy Deluxe, the buttercream creamy frosting. And wow, V8 spicy hot vegetable juice and bird and snack appetizer party mixer. Spice up your holiday with V8 spicy hot.
Friday's a bright new night, starting with Marie and guest Tony Orlando and the Pointer Sisters. Then it's number 96, the wildest comedy ever to tickle a funny bone, tomorrow. Saturday, Bobby Vinton and Andre Crouch join Barbara Mandrell and the Mandrell Sisters, Saturday on NBC.